Here are two Soundcraft ui24r that has different troubles but the same solution. It's putting a little jumper wire on the F1 solve the problem for this lower Soundcraft here. This green light keeps on blinking for a long time without booting. The blue light never comes out, so you can never use it because it will not continue to boot the CPU. The green light keeps on blinking, and it was solved by putting a little jumper wire on the F1 fuse, which is a letter E, and it is a 315 milliampere auto reset fuse, but it is causing the problem for this first one. This other one, Soundcraft, is having a trouble with this. It will boot properly, but sometimes it will work, but most of the time it does not work. Sometimes when you boot it up, you can see all the LEDs jumping all around, all LEDs jumping all around without putting any input on this input section. But it seems like it is full of audio. The meters here keeps on jumping all around, and sometimes when you boot it, there's nothing happening, no sound. Even if you put a mic on any channel, there's no sound. And sometimes there's a high-pitched ringing sound like that is coming from the headphone, and it was solved by putting a little jumper wire on F1. So I think that F1 is causing a lot of problem with this, the CPU board of this ui24r. Here is the Soundcraft ui24r blinking problem, and the solution is jumping this F1 here at the CPU board. Here, this wire is the 5 volt 5.2 supply for the main CPU board. Let's zoom it in. Here we can see this F1. The code is E. This is a 3.15 MA resettable fuse. It is causing a problem with this blinking trouble that won't allow the Soundcraft to start. The green light just keeps on blinking, and the solution here is that I found is to put a jumper, just a small wire here in the letter E, and it solved the problem. I hope it will help you too if you will encounter this kind of trouble. Here, as we can see, this is supposed to be a 5 volt supply, a 5.2, but measuring it from this point, it is 5.2, and on this end point it drops to 4.6. So this fuse is dropping the voltage for about 0.6 volts, which is causing the problem. So putting a little jumper wire in this fuse solved my problem. As we can see, the full image of the main board. Here, the main board and the CPU board. Here we can see this F1. This is the auto reset fuse, letter E. If we zoom it in, here, this is the auto reset fuse code, letter E, which is causing the problem for this Soundcraft ui24r not to boot.